and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brooklyn, and I have previously taught 3rd grade, and I graduated from Western Governors University with my teaching degree, and I am kind of just bringing y'all along on my teaching journey, life, and all that kind of stuff. But today I have a very exciting update. If you can't tell, I am in my car. I am door dashing currently, and while I'm waiting for orders, I decided I would go ahead and do a video. But I am back home. I am no longer in Indiana at Bible College. I decided to finish that up and end my time there, and I am back home now, and I have started subbing, so that's awesome. So I've started subbing, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that, and then I have a very exciting career update, so stay tuned for that. So let's go. So I started applying for some teaching jobs in the area probably about a month ago or two, and just nothing ever came of those. I had a couple interviews and still wasn't hearing anything, but I'd already moved back to town, so I was like, well, I need a job. So I decided to sign up for my local district subbing, and I did that on like a Monday, and then on a Thursday I was approved, had everything together, fingerprints, everything, and I could start subbing. So I picked up a shift last Friday. Today is Wednesday of the following week, but on Friday I had a shift. It was only a half day, so I thought that was nice. It started halfway through the day. It was 5th grade ELA, and I'm just gonna say subbing was not what I expected. I know whenever I was teaching, whenever I left sub plans, I had really detailed sub plans, just because I want to make sure that the kids got all they needed to, and that the sub was as prepared as I could help or like be prepared for it. But I was not prepared at all for this sub position. The teacher, essentially, I got there and she was like, thank you so much for picking it up. It was a last minute thing, and I was like, absolutely, because I picked it up the day before. And so I understood that it probably wasn't gonna be like, that intense of sub plans. I was probably gonna have to, improv some of it. But she went, I have absolutely no plans for you. My team teacher is gonna come in and tell the kids what to do. And I was like, okay. So I mean, it was fine. It was a Friday, and our district's out the entire week for Thanksgiving, so it was like the Friday before break, so half of the kids weren't there. Out of the 25 kids, I only had 12. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it was really awkward because the kids kept coming up to me asking me, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? And I was just like, I don't know. They all came back from lunch and just looked at me like I was crazy because they, I like took over while the kids were in lunch. And the team teacher came over and was like, okay, everyone come into my room. So everyone went into her room, and I stood in there, and then she sent a few people back to the room that I was in, and I went back in there with them for them to like make up a bunch of tests and like weekly like newsletter things for social studies that they hadn't like finished, or they like had failed and she wanted them to try to get a better grade on, and the kids kept failing them, and so I just had to keep being like, okay, try again, take notes, it'll be okay. It was just really awkward because I didn't know what to do or how to help them, but in the end it was fine. Like everyone ended up passing what they needed to pass, and then we went out to recess, and they had like an extra long recess because we had absolutely nothing to do. The whole 5th grade team, everyone in 5th grade went out for recess at the same time, so I got to meet some other teachers, talk to them a little bit, which is really cool. A bunch of them had subbed in the past and said it was a really great way to like make connections, which was kind of my thought. Most of them that had subbed said that they ended up getting their jobs teaching at the school I was at because they had subbed there before, and the principal reached out to them personally. So I thought that was really cool. But anyway, so that was in my district. In the district beside my district, there have been a lot of open positions, and I've been applying to them, obviously, because I want a job, and they pay a lot more. Well, this one school that's 50 minutes away had a 4th grade ELA position open, which isn't really what I want to do. I want to do 2nd grade or lower, but I was like, I need a job. I know I can handle a 4th grade classroom. I know I will be okay with it. So I applied to it, never heard anything back. I probably applied to it like a week ago. Well, yesterday morning, so yesterday morning, I got a call from the principal in that school. She was like, hey, just want to let you know that position is filled. And I was like, okay. Oh, well, it wasn't really a position I wanted. It's 50 minutes away from my house. I don't know if I said that, but 50 minutes away. She said, but we just had a kindergarten interim position come open. A teacher had to take an unexpected leave, and she's going to be gone, we know, through February 6th. And it could end there, or it could get extended, so from what she talked about, it's probably going to get extended into a permanent position. She just can't say yet, because that teacher hasn't, said, hey, it's gonna be permanent. I don't know why she has taken it unexpectedly. They did not tell me, and I didn't push because it's none of my business. But essentially, a teacher had to take an unexpected leave, and they have a kindergarten position opening immediately. And she called and asked if I would be interested, and honestly, she woke me up. It was like 8:50, and I don't have a job right now. I've just been door dashing, whatever, so I didn't have a job, so I was sleeping in, and she woke me up, and I was trying to sound as awake as I could. I was like, hello, good morning. And she asked me if I would be interested, and I was like, honestly, I don't know, because I am wanting a permanent position. I don't really want to do interim. And she's like, I completely understand. And I was like, would it be all right if I thought about it and let you know my decision? She was like, yeah, absolutely, just let me know. I'll send you a quick email about what we talked about, and just let me know either way. So I was like, okay. Kind of woke up and got my thoughts together, and was thinking about it, and I was like, if I took it, that means I'd get paid for Christmas break. I would not have to worry about this, that, or the other. And there's a lot of positions opening for maternity leave in the spring. So say if this position did end up ending in February, I could take up another position for someone going on maternity leave at the end of the year, which wouldn't be like my preferred. I would love for this position to be, to turn permanent, but if the teacher decides to come back, obviously it's not going to be permanent. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to email her back. So she had emailed me her information, and I emailed her back and was like, I think I would be interested. And she said, awesome. She called me. She said, I got your email. That's awesome. Are you available to do a Zoom interview this afternoon? She asked me that on the phone at like 1:20, I think. I was like, yeah, absolutely. She said, okay, I'll send you the link. And I was like, okay. She hung up. I was like, okay, what time? She didn't give me a time. I look at my Zoom, like the link that she sent me in the email, and the Zoom is for 1:30. So I had 10 minutes to get ready. Obviously I was like ready for the day and like dressed, but I wanted to like put on something nicer, fix my hair, kind of set up an area in my house that I could do the Zoom call. So in 10 minutes, got ready for a Zoom interview really, really quick. I got my teacher portfolio that I had made pulled up on my laptop just in case they asked me any questions that I had already on there. Talked to her, and then also in the meeting was two of the instructional coaches and the team lead for kindergarten. Got to know them. They were all super sweet. And then she was like, okay, everyone else except for Miss Myers, y'all can get off. I'm going to talk to Miss Myers real quick. I think we all kind of have the same decision. And I was like, okay. So I stayed on. Everyone else, told them bye. Had a great time talking to them. They hung up. And she looks at me, she goes, so I think this is going to work out. I feel a lot of peace after this. Everything's just kind of falling into place. I talked to the district, and they usually don't offer emergency licensure for interim teachers that are just going to be for a few months, but she said I begged, and they have decided to make an exception, and they are willing to get you your license. And I was like, okay, like a teaching permit like I had last year. I was like, okay. And she said, so if you don't mind, I'll send you over the paperwork and we will get you started. Hopefully you can send in some stuff today, and they can get it submitted before they go on break for Thanksgiving tonight, and hopefully you can get your fingerprints done at the beginning of the week and start as soon as possible. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I think I have a job. A kindergarten interim position at a school 50 minutes away from me. But it's really cool because there's a Dutch Bros really close to it, and I love Dutch Bros, and there's not one anywhere near me. It's like an hour away, but this place is like an hour away, so it'll be great. I'm super excited. I have started figuring out what I want to take with me to this classroom, because like I said, it's not my classroom, it's someone else's classroom that I'm interiming at. So I'm like, what am I allowed to bring? Like, I know I'm not going to be able to decorate, but like, can I bring my own binders that I have that like for student data and like all that kind of thing? I don't even know if I'm gonna have to do professional development since I'm interim. I don't know if my permit is through the end of the year or if it's just for the months that I'm teaching there. I really don't know anything. So that's fun. But I am going to try to figure some of that out. And then I am going to talk to WGU and see if since it's 3 months, I don't think I can do my master's program, but I'm going to check if I could start it and then finish it up whenever it becomes permanent. If it becomes permanent, I don't know. I have to talk to WGU about that, but just so you know, I am thinking about going back to WGU for my master's program in January. As well as I am highly probably going to do a bunch of vlogs in a classroom. I didn't do it my first year teaching just because it was a little crazy, but it's something that I really think I would enjoy doing, and I love watching them, and I love seeing how to teach. Since I didn't do student teaching, I feel like I've gotten a lot of information on how to teach, a lot of teaching strategies, classroom management strategies, all that kind of thing. I feel like I've gotten a lot of those from watching people on YouTube. And if I can help someone in that way, I think it would be really awesome. So that's kind of all for like the little update and like about me teaching. Oh, also I got an email from the kindergarten team lead welcoming me to the team, and she was like, if you need anything, this is my personal phone number, my personal email, my school email, feel free to reach out to me next week with any questions you have about the process. Like, she was so sweet. I was like, thank you so much. But yeah, everything kind of just fell into place, and I have a job. I think it still has to get like final approval from the board and everything, but yeah. So that's it. Stay tuned, because I am going to be doing a classroom library haul of what I'm taking to my kindergarten classroom library, because it's a lot different than what I had in my third grade classroom library, which I'm only going to bring like a few books. I think like what I want to do is read alouds. As well as please, in the description, or not the description, the comments, give me suggestions on some books, because I'm really wanting to find some books about change, because I know especially at that age, kindergarten, change can be really violent for them and really shake them up and kind of throw them off balance and stuff, and I want them to feel comfortable with me and be able to reach out to me. And I want them to be able to transition through this changing process, you know, fairly easily. So if you can find some, like, if you know of any like read aloud books that are like focused on change and coping with change and all that kind of thing, please leave them in the comments so that I can, like, you know, use them, because I'm gonna need them. But yeah, that is it for now. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to stay updated on all the content that will be coming soon, officially, now that I am like a teacher again. I'm so excited. All right, I will see y'all later.